Hi, welcome. This is the very first cook for the Scary Spice Company that we're going to be doing on our Instagram and probably maybe some TikTok videos. So I figured today we start off with something that's fairly bulletproof, which is a pork butt. This is about a 6.5 pound pork butt, and today we're going to be smoking it at about 275 degrees. I want to get it done a little bit quicker than normal. We're also going to be using two of our featured rubs. We're going to be using the Rub It In, Why Don't You? And we're going to do a little bit of the Three Dog Spice, which is a salt, pepper, garlic rub. As we smoke this, we're going to get it seasoned. We'll get it on the smoker, and then I'll show you at about the 165 internal temperature mark. We're probably going to go ahead and take it off the smoker and wrap it in foil, put it back on, and then we're going to put it on the smoker and probably pull it when it hits an internal temperature of about 195 to 200. And then at that point, we'll let it rest. And then we're going to shred it up so we can make some pulled pork sandwiches. Start with the salt and pepper rub as the base. When you get these in the mail, you're going to see you'll have two options, either the spoon or the shaker. Since we're doing a pretty large piece at one time, we're going to want to use the higher volume one, but you just want to season it fairly liberally all over. You want to get all sides of it. Want to make sure you get the front, the back, top, bottom, all everywhere in between. We're going to get the back side of it here. Okay, this is going to be the base. This is not going to be the primary, so we're not going to be using quite as much. All right, now that we got that on there, we're going to do the same thing with the Rub It In, Why Don't You? Now this has it's a brown sugar based rub. There's some paprika, there's some salt, there's some other spices in here as well. The paprika in this is really going to help get that nice bark that you're looking for, as well as the brown sugar as far as the color. And this one, you want to get it really all over the place. You want to make sure that all parts of your protein, whatever you're cooking, whether it's going to be a pork butt or a brisket or ribs or chicken, you want to make sure you get complete coverage. That's how you know you're going to get that great bark all over the place. In future cooks, we'll probably do some, or maybe we'll do some injecting on some bigger pieces to help the inside stay moist when you're doing such a long cook. But this one's not going to be a terribly long cook. We're probably going to be looking at about a 6 or 7 hours, I would guess. But sometimes, certain pieces of meat take a little bit longer than you want to do. So once we do that, we just want to get it all over the board. Make sure you get all sides. You don't want to waste any of the rub. And now we are ready to go into the smoke. Okay, so now we're getting ready to go ahead and put it on the smoker. The smoker is getting up the temp. It's at 235 degrees right now, which is a perfect time to go ahead and put it on. It's gonna get up the temperature on its own. It will adjust the temperature vents a little bit later on, but we won't show you that on today's video. I did, however, go ahead and plug in my probe into the meat, so that way I can monitor the temperature on the inside so I know what's going on. This way it's going to send it to my phone, and I can monitor the temperature of the smoker and monitor the temperature of the meat itself. This has 3 different prongs on the bottom, so I can monitor 3 different types of meat. Well, it has 4. I can measure to the smoker and then measure the 3 different types of meat at the same time. So let's go ahead and get this on the smoker. We're going to go ahead and pop it off. Move that off to the side. Set this on the middle. Now, if you notice, I'm doing this with the fat cap up. It really doesn't matter however you want to do it. You can do it up or down. And all in all, it's going to wind up being the same. So that's not a big deal. However you want to do it, it doesn't matter. So go ahead and pop the lid back on. You can see we dropped some temperature, which is normal. It's going to regain it. Plug it in, and now we wait. Now we're at that point where we've hit what's called the stall. What the stall means that at this point the meat's kind of quit cooking. The reason why that is because the natural moisture inside the meat is starting to release and fill it up and kind of keep it cool. So we're going to push this along. We're going to go ahead and take it off. I'm going to wrap it in foil. Then we're going to put it back on the thing. You can see we're still maintaining about 266 to 268 on the temperature of the smoker, and our meat is about at 165. So let's go ahead and take this off and get it all wrapped up. Now we're done. It's been about 8 hours on the smoker. I pulled it when it hit internal temperature of about 200. So I've got it wrapped in foil and wrapped in this blanket or towel so it can rest. And that'll kind of give it a final steam to help the further tenderizing of it. So let's go ahead and see what we got. This is the fun part, is opening up your present. All right, we have a very, 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 very juicy, very tender. So let's see what happens. Now look how nicely clean that bone pulls out. That is what you're looking for. You don't want anything less than that. Excuse me while I get a fork. Come on over here. And you can just see how easy this falls apart. And that is how you do a pork butt.